Hey guys, it's your boy Arj back again with another Dragon Ball Super Broly movie news and update video. And today, oh boy, we've got a lot to cover. From something revealed slash picked out, analyzed from the trailer number 3, which came out about 2 days ago, to a new image of Bardock, which all you Bardock fans are gonna want to see, and some sort of controversy going on with Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, because there has been an image released which is linked to the Broly movie, but people are in two minds over whether it's fake or not. I'm gonna go and reveal the facts of the case, but that will be in the latter after the video, so stay tuned. But let's get into what I'm talking about with Frieza and the trailer. So as we know, 2 days ago the trailer dropped. It's on my channel, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere, and basically there is a scene which is reused from previous trailers. You may have noticed this. It's a scene where Frieza is in the sky and he basically destroys a planet in typical Frieza fashion, as we've seen so many times. But this is where it's a sticking point, because guys, does this scene feel familiar to you? It does to me. In fact, it's the same exact scene, was supposed to be the same exact scene that's seen in trailer number 2. Do you remember, guys? In trailer number 2, Frieza is seen blowing up planet Vegeta. He throws the same thing and it's at planet Vegeta, and then we get the scene of basically planet Vegeta exploding. This is that scene, guys. Now, the problem is, if we just rewind a bit back into this, where Frieza is actually got the ball in the air, can you notice something different, guys? Can you see it now, guys? They have changed the way Frieza looks. Frieza used to have this naked look, which basically sent the whole Dragon Ball fandom into a bit of a frenzy. They were like, okay, pink Frieza, naked Frieza, what's that about? And look how they've responded. They've completely changed him. And not only that, look how the colors have changed. They were literally changing the colors of Frieza in trailer 2, saying he's going to be pinker, and King Cold was also going to be pinker. But now look, he's now a more demure pink, closer to how he looks in the original Dragon Ball Z. And of course, the fact that he's wearing armor now is also closer to what was seen in the original Dragon Ball Z version of when Frieza blew up planet Vegeta. Now, what does this all mean, guys? It kind of tells me that Akira Toriyama, Toei, all of them are trying to retcon what they were retconning to make it more in line with what we've already seen in Dragon Ball Z. Have they realized that they messed up by just switching everything and turning everything on its head? Because this is a completely reanimated scene. 100%, there is nothing more to say. This is a different animation. They've literally taken out the old Frieza, changed his colors up, added armor, and put him back here. And for anyone who thinks these two are different scenes, maybe he's blowing up another planet, guys, first of all, in this, you can see that the colors in the background for the actual energy bomb they're exactly the same. They literally just word for word took out one Frieza and replaced him with another. So this is the same scene, but then there's more evidence. Move on a little further in here and you'll see this scene where you can see the constellations of the stars. Right, move on in this one and you see the same constellation, the same exact ones. Guys, this is legit the same scene. He's blowing up planet Vegeta in both scenes, but he's added armor. Now, what does this mean? Obviously, they've been reading up on the forums and stuff, Reddit, people in Japan, people in the US, causing a little bit of a stir and a frenzy, saying how much Frieza looks different, how he doesn't match at all with what's seen in Dragon Ball Z, how the entire movie is taking away from what was already established as canon, as you'd call it, back in Dragon Ball Z and Super, and changing it. And maybe this is the outcome of that. This is what they're doing in response. They're going back and they're reanimating scenes to make it more in line. Now, what does this mean? It could mean that this scene when Frieza first meets the Saiyans, this could be reanimated as well, and it's likely that it will, guys. I think it 100% will, because they've just reanimated it so he has armor. Obviously, this look without armor is a weird thing. People weren't used to it. They obviously take that to heart, and they've changed it again, and they're going to probably do this. Just like his men are wearing armor and King Cold is wearing armor, they're going to make Frieza also wear armor. So he looks just like he did back in Dragon Ball Z when he was meeting the Saiyans, where he was always seen in his armor. Now, are the colors going to change? It's very possible, because he's clearly very different here to how he is here. He's darker. It could just be the lighting, I don't know, but definitely there's going to be some animation changes in terms of what Frieza's wearing. Now, that's one change that's happening right now. Could there be more changes to other characters? Obviously, the idea of Goku now being 3 years old and in armor being sent to Earth is a bit of a sticking point with the fans right now as well. Because obviously in Dragon Ball Z, Goku was found as a baby. He landed as a baby, naked, crying, and he was fighting with Grandpa Goku and all that, and then he only turned good after hitting his head. Are they going to do something to retcon that? I don't know, because that would be retconning what also happened in Dragon Ball Minus, which to this point, they are literally copying it word for word, scene by scene, picture by picture, exactly in the movie. So that one is a bit of a question mark. I don't think they will. Obviously, this scene with Frieza naked is completely new, completely original. That's not in Minus. They've just added it here, so it's okay for them to change that now to have him have armor. But it just goes to show, guys, Toei and Toriyama are not effing about here. Your words have effects on them. They're probably reading all sorts of comments, all sorts of online forums, even YouTube videos. So leave your comments always everywhere on this video, on forums, about what you feel for the movie, what you want for the movie, what you think about the movie, because clearly they are not averse to making changes. But now, guys, let's talk about the new Bardock image. So it's not just Bardock being released. There's also some information about Jump Fest, and maybe I'll get into that in the end. But this is the Bardock image. This is the new Super card. Obviously, there's a card game for Dragon Ball Z, and all the BR cards, if you didn't know, are directly from the movie. These are all movie characters. I've shown you in a previous video 16 of them, where we had a reveal of Gene and King Vegeta. Obviously, this is the Broly movie design of King Vegeta, which confirms, yes, all these BR cards are from the Broly movie. But yeah, this is the Bardock image, and he looks cool and he looks powerful. His energy beam looks interesting though. I wonder what that is. Could that possibly be the artificial moon move? I don't know. But yeah, Bardock looks good here. He's extremely slim. He looks slimmer than Goku. But yeah, nice image. That's all we have for that. But then there's also this stuff with a new Broly image for the game, but underneath it also describes 2 new moves that he has, and obviously these are moves that will appear in the movie, as we saw with the previous move listing where they listed that mouth attack that Broly does, which of course, as we saw, he does do in the trailer. So these 2 moves are known as Gigantic Omega Storm. Okay, straight away when I watch that, when I read that, sorry, I can see Gigantic Omega Storm is gonna be this, isn't it, guys? Omega Storm. This is the perfect way to describe this. Am I right or am I right? Come on, guys. Yeah? Let me know in the comments if this is a great description of this move. Gigantic Omega Storm. Okay, that is a cool name. Pretty epic. And then we have Gigantic Cluster. Now, I think this may also be related to this move, because remember when I first saw this and reacted to this, I was saying that this move where he's doing it, he's bringing up all the earth into the sky as well, which reminded me of one of Pain's move. I can't remember exactly what it was, like Shinra Tensai or something, where he brings planetary devastation and he brings all of the earth up into the sky and clumps it together as a cluster. Now, could this be what Broly does as well with this move? It looks like it's got his own energy, but also bringing up all this earth, and that could be a move called Gigantic Cluster. I'm not sure, that's obviously a big guess, but Gigantic Omega Storm definitely makes me think of this scene. But yeah, that's that. We then have now, as I promised, this controversy surrounding Gogeta Blue. Now, it all started actually because Geekdom posted this first. He said, spoiler warning, official heroes card of Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. It says Gogeta BR. And remember what I told you about cards being labeled BR. As I told you guys, BR cards are directly from the movie, related to the movie. And he says, are any more non-believers? Obviously, guys, you would know I've been predicting Gogeta since the get-go, literally since the start of the reveal of Broly. But it seems we've got this image of a new card. Well, it seems that way, and it looks like this, guys. There was a video surfaced of some guy actually holding it and like using it and stuff, so it's not like just like some Photoshop image. He's literally made a card. Someone's got a card that looks exactly like this. It's Goku Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue, and then Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue behind them. Now, this card looks pretty legit. The only things that are making it seem not legit is the two facts that they've literally reused images from different things. So here we have an image of Gogeta from Dragon Ball Legends. There was recently a release of Gogeta on Dragon Ball Legends, and this was the exact art that they used, and it is one-to-one the same as what's being seen here. And then there's this one, which I believe is from Dokkan Battle, and it's also where Vegeta is standing behind him. I see in this image they actually have their Potara earrings on. So what's going on here? They haven't got their Potara earrings, but Vegeta also is in slightly different clothes, guys. I'm wondering now, is this legit? Now there's a reason why I'll say obviously it could be fake, because they've literally taken these two images. The reasons why I'll say it could be real, guys. Number one, the Vegeta looks different here. Goku looks slightly different as well with he's got a badge on this one and doesn't have a badge here. And number two, guys, why are we talking about Dragon Ball Super as if they don't reuse designs all the time? Do you remember the Super Saiyan Super Saiyan God Goku and the Ultra Instinct Goku whole thing that went on, where he literally just used the same pictures and colored the hair differently and called that Ultra Instinct Goku? Do you remember how Super Saiyan Blue is just a Super Saiyan with blue hair? These guys do not mess about when it comes to just reusing content for images they put out for promotion. Remember, guys, there's a Super Saiyan God Vegeta image, and there's also a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta image that's leaked for the images, you know, the character profiles, and they look identical. They're the same image, just the hair is changed. So they're not averse to reusing the same exact images and just changing certain parts, i.e. hair color. At least on this one, they haven't just changed the hair color. They've literally taken some aspects out, like the Potara earrings. They've reshaded, and they've changed Vegeta's clothes and added some bits to Goku's clothes. So this is possible, guys. And of course, someone's actually holding this card, and it's a lot of effort to go make this card just for what? To cause a little bit of a reaction on Twitter? That seems a bit excessive, a bit extreme, and especially for such a niche game like Dragon Ball, the card game, and a BR version in specifically. So I'm in two minds of this, guys. I want you to let me know down below though what you think. Is this real? Geekdom thoughts though. People are trying to make debunking videos. I am both debunking and also adding weight to it, because I mean, as if Dragon Ball cards is my forte, but I'm just going to tell you from what I know about Dragon Ball Super, about Toei, about Akira Toriyama, and what they do in terms of how they design characters, how they reuse assets they already have. It's plausible, extremely plausible, that this card is legit and Gogeta Blue is on his way to Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you think, and until next video, guys, cheers.